Defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
On third down, here's Watson. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense. The Cougars offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David, with the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And I'm just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Like sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
Got the quick pass. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. The give. Touchdown, Cougar! Just blew his way through a couple of defenders and reached pay dirt.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to...
Turning it on! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Here's a give to Watson. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Makes the catch. It's Farmer. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. He's got him. It's a seam line, and the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Makes the grab, it's Bachmeier. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. The run inside, it's Martin. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The bounce house is rolling here on 3rd down, trying to help UCF. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Zings it complete to the right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
To the air, it's Barnett. That's reeled in, it's Watson. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field, and don't worry, they're
holds it in on the left. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on 2nd down, no problem for them.
The Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the red zone, it's Watson. We're off to a fast start here. Offenses are humming as we're in the final minute of the 1st quarter. Keeps looking downfield. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. The Knights have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. he surges across the line. Touchdown, UCF! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Makes the catch.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Sweet cut there. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
To the ground, he's got it again. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. First play of the period will be a second down. Running inside, it's Martin. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup.
And guys, that's not a surprise, is it? Watching tape coming into this football game, he can make things happen. He can run around you, he can run through you, just like you saw right there, break tackles. They will feature him early in this football game. They'll feature him often. He's one of their game breakers.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down and run. Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. UCF hoping to get things rolling here on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Dropping back, it's Barnett. Oh, they're after him. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the right. He's got it. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
That pass right there is the difference between UTEP and UCF. They can get a pass off. A little pressure at this time. Can't.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
Yeah.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. It's complete. There he goes. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to throw. It's Barnett. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Buys a little time. Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the wideout. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Able to run it out to the 28 on the last one. It's 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Phillips. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Cougars come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. There's a crease. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
On the ground, it's Lewis. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run it,
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Finds his man, it's Lyons. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Wants to throw it again. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bachmeier. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. And that last completion left him with 2nd and 1. And this is a fun moment for an offensive coordinator. Caught near the sticks. It's Bachmeier. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. BYU trying to make this red zone trip pay off. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got it behind the line. It's Martin. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Knights going to go ahead and call their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. They'll run the screen. UCF wants to take a moment. They use their 2nd timeout. They'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Keeps it himself. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. Now the Knights will call their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Right down the boulevard, it's good. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Breaks into the open. Picks up the 1st down. Rumbles up to the 27 before going out of bounds, and the running game gets it done there. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. They think there's room to run to the right here. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. The Knights want to move quickly. Trying to impose their will with the run. He'll have enough for the 1st down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. So it's 1st down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. And he had just enough to will that one home. and that will extend their lead even further.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We begin with a look at Wisconsin, taking on the number 10 team, the USC Trojans.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on 3rd down.
Here comes the heat. Turns it loose. He's got it way down the field. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got it down the field. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Going to the run, it's Martin. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
2nd and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and force a 3rd down and goal situation.
Looking to get it in. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Here's a heat. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
They'll test the right side. Turning it on. Gets him away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down.
Finding some room. Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the 3rd quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The Knights are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Let's see exactly where they mark this, but it looks as if they're going to be a few inches short of the first down. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. They'll run for it with Watson. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short. Great place to start for this offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. Now the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Barnett. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Wade. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Wants to throw again. He lofts one down the sideline. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Might be calling a hot route. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you gotta have balance. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
Give to the single back. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work?
The Knights kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Under fire. Gets rid of it. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. He wants to change this route. Could be an alley. At the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Knights.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back. But when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. Just, we got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Got it in the middle. It's Casper. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Got a man. It's Bachmeier. Shakes off the defender. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. A man still down after that last play. There is an injured BYU Cougar. That is their sophomore quarterback who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on him. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds him out of the backfield, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Here's the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. False start off offense. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Under fire. Looking for room at the 40. There he goes. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Looking to throw on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. So now it's 2nd and long. On the move, it's Lewis. Gain of 9 on that one. 3rd down and short. He needs a yard.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? He gets it inside the 25. They'll move the chains. It's a first down. Spot the ball at the 23. The Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Charles. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. What a disappointment. No good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that the pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Let's see. Back to pass. It's Bachmeier. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, looking to pass. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Right back to the well. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UCF! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. It's a fumble. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. The Cougars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. He's got it down the field. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll set up to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. Second down coming up. Back to pass. He's got his man across the middle. Touchdown Cougars. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
UCF 45, BYU 24.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to take off. On the move at the 30. Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your